EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals.
For Arizona.
Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Chubb will have the first down and much more. There he goes left side.
How you like it
now? All the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 73 yards. And the Browns have taken the early lead.
Cody Parkey lining up for the extra point.
Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll throw from the gun, rolling to his right. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points. That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try
through an opening, and there he goes. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
Complete to
a big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards.
First down, Arizona.
That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Open man is Kirk, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Arizona.
Again, they'll throw with Murray. Eluding the pressure. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. The D-tackle, Sheldon Richardson, came barreling in for the sack. On second and goal, Murray. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Shotgun now from Murray. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
Touchdown.
From 10 yards out. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, Based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Browns' drive about to get started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run again on first down, Chubb. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Now another timeout called for by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Play fake. Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick, there on the coverage.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on...
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Now a handoff to the fullback, Janovich. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. A tight one. 8-7 our score after one on EA Sports.
7.
Second down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5. They give it off here to the tight end. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Made at the 6.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 3rd and short, going with their tight end. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 6-yard touchdown run. Here the Cardinals push further out in front.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Now Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he returns this to the 22.
Jones on the return. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 11 yards there, 1st down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
On 1st down, they'll run with Jump, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A run for Nick Chubb.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
Someone's been having a good game so far. And you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Mayfield tosses one complete to Landry. Jarvis Landry. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. A big play that time for Cleveland. 53 yards.
Goal at the 3-yard line.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Let's go. Just like that.
From the gun, Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Rashard Higgins there to make the grab. And the Browns move back within a couple of the lead.
For the extra point.
The touchdown all set up by the big play, one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. There he goes, right side. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A huge play there on the screen pass. 55 yards. Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They hand off to their big tight end. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Second and goal from the 1.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
How about this Browns defense they've held so far? This is now 3rd and goal. They're going to go with the tight end here on the running play. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Now a timeout taken.
1 yard.
Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. A carry here for the big tight end. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, it can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff. Because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
14. Zane Gonzalez to kick off.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Peoples-Jones returning. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
On the return, the Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. And now he's going to use his legs. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
And the Cardinal 1st down.
Out out of the gun. Here's Murray, escaping the pressure right. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally down at the 32-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. On first down, Drake. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 27, Murray. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. To throw again. Murray flushed out right. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
He'll buy some time right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Here's another 2nd and goal, this time from half the distance closer. Well, look at this, a tight end carry. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
On 3rd and short to give it a tight end. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Browns 14.